Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message called The Importance of Medical Missionary Work, found in Testimonies of the Church of I Made, page 168, Uphold the Medical Work, and the importance of medical missionary work. There is a great need of increase of knowledge in every line of health reform. Those who have had the privilege of bearing the truth are to give the trumpet a certain sound. As they proclaim the third angel's message, special lines of work are to be taken up, such as the medical missionary work. This work should be carried forward in connection with the gospel message for this time. Doing medical missionary work is the gospel practice. Those who cannot see the bearing of this work should not feel authorized to control any phase of it until they understand its bearing. I wish to say decidedly that the Lord has accomplished great good through the medical missionary work, and that He has used our leading position as His appointed agent. Not everything in the medical work has been without a flaw. With it have been blended many things that have marred its sacredness, but the Lord will take supervision of His cause, and of His cause, and it will see that it does not become disproportionate in this one branch. The work will not be marred if the church will arise and shine, making it manifest that her light has come, and that the glory of the Lord has risen upon her. The medical missionary work are to be purified, sanctified, ennobled. They are to rise to the highest point of excellence. They are to be molded and fashioned after the divine similitude. Then they will see the health reform and the medical missionary work are to be bound up with the preaching of the gospel. The reason why church members do not understand this branch of the work is that they are not following the light, walking step by step after the great leader. The medical missionary work is of God and bears His signature. For this reason, let man keep his hands off it and not desire to manage it according to his own ideas. Our message is a worldwide message, and while means is not to be absorbed in one line of work, so that the last gospel message cannot be carried into new fields, the medical missionary work is not in any wise to be disparaged. It is not to be represented as the inferior work. The world is a great lazar house. It is corrupted under the inhabitants thereof. And missionary work is aiding to prepare the people to stand in the great day of God. But he is to work under the supervision of God. There are some things in his labors that will have to be modeled more closely after the principles of the head worker. Now, beloved in the Adventist Church, in these last days, Mr. Wire says the churches will close down. They're going to close down because of the National Sons-in-Law. The schools are going to close down because of the 501c3 tax status, how the schools are receiving government aid from the federal government to enroll their students. So the school is going to be closed down because of 501c3 tax addicts, because of Union Church and State. The church will be closed down because of the Sons-in-Law. And the churches will also be closed down because of their apostasy, because of the new theology in the churches, the once saved, always saved theology, the sin and live theology, no victory over sin, no sanctuary up in heaven that these ministers are teaching, the omega apostasy. And in the early days, the alpha apostasy affected the medical mission work, beloved in the Adventist Church. In the early days, Kellogg taught pantheistic theories such as such that Christ had a certain present personality, and that's how the medical mission was corrupted back in his day. So back in his day, the alpha apostasy, the medical mission work was corrupted by the alpha apostasy, and the pantheistic theories of the book Living Temple. And these last days, the pastoral ministers corrupted the omega apostasy through no victory over sin, once saved, always saved, sanctuaries not up in heaven, there's no investigative judgment. Only Jesus, not prophecy. So, beloved, in the Adventist church, the medical missionary work is going to finish the work in these last days when the churches are closed down because of the sons of law, because of the Omega apostasy, beloved, in the Adventist church. But the medical missionary work is very important. The medical missionary work and the health reform is the right arm of the body, beloved, in the Adventist church. It is the right arm. It finishes the work. It talks. It reasons. Plant-based diets like fruits, nuts, grains, and vegetables, and quinoa, and veggies, and almond milk, and earth balance for your vegan butter, and also hydrotherapy treatments for those who are sick, like contrast bath and Russian steam bath. All those baths, all those hydrotherapy treatments that heal the body when the body is sick. You can lose a lot of weight and go from being fat to being slim by getting a plant-based diet, beloved. No dairy, no flesh. And exercising after each meal and fasting twice a week. You can lose a lot of weight doing that, beloved. Taking care of your body, getting on a hydrotherapy treatment. But the medical mission work is largely a spiritual work, Ellen White says. So in these last days, we need to pick up this work. I have a certificate from Oakwood University, a medical missionary certificate from Oakwood College Church, literature evangelism training from Oakwood University, and a Bible work certificate from Amazing Facts. And beloved in the Adventist Church, I'm fit to do effective lay ministry for the Seventh Adventist Church. But in these last days, the lay minister is going to finish the work, not the pastoral lines. The lay ministers will assist the pastors in these last days, but lay workers will finish the work in a mighty way, beloved. We need to finish the work in these last days and be faithful and true to God so that we're sealed for the latter rain. We must have victory over sin, be on a plant-based diet, keep the Sabbath holy so we're sealed for the latter rain. Maranatha, beloved. God bless.